Hey YouTube, today me and my brother are helping my dad double flare a brake line, and we're going to teach you guys how to do it. What's the first step?
First of all, you're going to need a double flaring tool. Here's a pretty fancy one. Here's more of a basic set, but they're essentially the same thing. Second thing we're going to do is we're going to need something to cut the brake line. So we need a pipe cutter or a tubing cutter. Here's one here. You're gonna measure your brake line, get it to the right length that you want. We're going to cut it to length. So we put the cutting tool on there and just turn it around, tightening it, turn, tighten, turn. There we got the end of the brake line. You can see it's not a very good cut. Pull it back there. See here, it's kind of closed in. So this is the trick. First of all, before we flare it, we're going to install our nut that we want to put on. That always goes on before you flare it because you can't get it on afterwards. So we slide it over the brake line. Second thing you want to do when you're flaring a brake line is this cut needs to be basically, the better you get the cut, the cleaner, the straighter, the better you are. We've got a reaming tool here. You could put this in the end of it, ream it out. If you don't have a reaming tool, I like to use a file. So the nicer the cut, the straighter you have it, the more time you spend right here, the better your flare is going to turn out. So we cleaned it up. Nice and straight. Now we're going to use a 3/16 bit, double flaring bit. Turn it to the sideways again so you can see it. This is going to have to fit in the end of the brake line, nice and easy. That's when you know you got it clean enough, when it goes in like that. Okay, so a vise comes in handy. Put the flaring tool in the vise. Sometimes you have to do this on the car. You could just put it under the car and do it. Find our 3/16 slot. So we've put the brake line in the tool, the height of the first flange on the bit sitting upside down. Right? Got it in there, and we're tightening the line up in the tool so it doesn't slip. Now we just put the bit in. We basically tighten this in a continuous motion until it bottoms out. And this is what it looks like afterwards. The next step of the process is to remove the bit, and we put the anvil back in again without the bit this time. And this is the double flare part. And now we're just going to tighten the anvil again, and we'll feel it snug up. Then we back it out. If you want to get fancy, you can hit this spot here with a little bit of sandpaper if you want. That's a double flare. See it from the side.
Well, that's it for today, YouTube. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.